Hello everyone, and welcome to my updated Light Bowgun build for countering Tempered Xenojiiva. Tempered Xenojiiva continues to be one of the most difficult monsters in the game, thanks to his large hitboxes, projectiles, and tricky moveset. He also gives us one of the most important armor sets in the game, the Xenojiiva Gamma set. The Appreciation Festival has brought Tempered Xenojiiva back to us, and with this return, we also have some new armor to work with, and so I want to show you my recommended build for fighting Tempered Xenojiiva. I have a few of them. This is going to be my Light Bowgun build. We're actually going to start off by talking about the build. Normally I would show the build at the end of the video, but I want to discuss the changes and then I'll show you the gameplay. First off, we're going to be using the Lunastra Shell Blaze Light Bowgun, rather than the Styx Light Bowgun. If you can't afford to build the Blaze, you could still use the Styx, but the reason we're using the Blaze this time is because it comes with the Gut skill, which I think is going to give us another layer of survivability against Xenojiiva's high damage moveset. You don't have to make this change, especially if you can't afford it, but I think the Guts is worth it in this case. Another interesting difference between these two bowguns is that Blaze comes with both poison ammo and paralysis ammo, whereas Styx only has sleep ammo, which Xenojiiva happens to be immune to sleep. So poison ammo in this case is extra effective against Xenojiiva, and you're able to use paralysis, whereas Styx, no ailment ammos are going to affect Xenojiiva. So take a look at what we have here. Empress Blaze is giving us Guts, Rathalos Helm and Rathalos Mail give us Crit Element. The big changes are the Gala Suit Cuffs and the Kolv Gamma Legs. The Gala Suit Cuffs are now optimal for this kind of build because we aren't able to build Spare Shot since we've already built Critical Element and we want Heat Guard in the leg slot. And of course, Kolv Legs Gamma are what's giving us the Heat Guard. You can also see I've built 3 Ice Attack. This is because we're going to be using the freeze ammo when he's in his charged up state. I've kind of learned that's not the same as Enraged. He has a charged up state, and then Enragement is a separate thing for Xenojiiva. Finally, I brought 3 levels of health boost and of course the Fortify skill, very important. Fortify goes a long way in giving you the damage and defense needed to easily solo a difficult monster like Tempered Xenojiiva, and that's true for all of the Tempered monsters. I wanted to mention before we move on that I've never tested the Dragon-Proof Mantle against Xenojiiva. His beam attacks do dragon damage. You might play around with it yourself if you're having a lot of trouble getting past this fight, and maybe I'll do a separate video on the Dragon-Proof Mantle in the future. Now that we've talked about the build, it's time to show you what a run against Tempered Xenojiiva will look like. Alright, I've gone ahead and loaded up the Tempered Xenojiiva quest. What you're going to see here is I'm going to set up some barrel bombs and my Wyvern Blast as he jumps into the map. I want to point something out. I haven't eaten a meal yet. That's very important. It's because I'm intentionally trying to kill myself. And the reason for that is because we're going to get the Fortify skill to proc twice, giving us a large damage boost and a large defense boost. You don't necessarily have to play that way either. What you can do, if you're really struggling against him, try to get the most out of all 3 of your lives while you're solo fighting him. Alright, I've swapped over to the fire ammo. We're going to use the fire ammo on him when he's not powered up, and then when he is powered up, we're going to use the frost ammo. Alright, will this kill me? I don't think this kills me. Yeah, I'm alive by just a sliver. He does a lot of damage. You'll note I've augmented all of my armor, so this is as much defense as I can have. There's our first life. Now we just need to go die again. And you'll see when I stand up, it says that Fortify procced. Yep, there's Fortify. Yeah, every time you die, you get a big boost to your defense and your offense. It's one of the most powerful skills in the game. Here he is again. Oof. You can see that Guts actually activated there. See, he needs to 2-shot me. I only had 1 health left. That's why Guts is so valuable for this fight, because if you happen to walk into that beam while you're fighting him, rather than dying, Guts is going to save you. So this is a really powerful build in my opinion, the fact that you get Guts for free. Okay, so now it's time to eat a canteen meal. I'm just going to go with the Tack Up Large. I'm not really worried about it. For you, personally, you might build Moxie. So you could consider Moxie, or maybe you can go Elemental Resistance to try and be able to survive his beam attacks. I think his beam attacks are the most dangerous. You can also eat Armor Skin or Mega Armor Skins, Adamant Pill, Adamant Seed, whatever it is you're going to do. That would give you more defense. For me, I'm not really worried about any of that. I've fought him too many times, so I'm just buffing all of my attack. Alright, I got the Temporal Mantle ready, and now we're really going to attack him for real. He's winding up his Sweeping Beam, Temporal Mantle, so I'm not even worried about it. And we're just going to start shooting him. Yep. Pretty straightforward at this point. You can see the elemental ammo is going to do a lot of damage. And one of the key areas I target him is around his elbows, actually. I think the elbows, at most angles, if you shoot him near the elbow, you're going to get a lot of proxy damage. Also, if you're just facing straight toward him, you can shoot into his head. That's another good angle to go for. Ooh. He does a lot of tremors. You got to be careful with the tremors. If you're using a melee weapon, we would probably bring tremor resist, in fact. It's just half his moves cause tremors. The hot floor, you'll notice, is not causing any damage to me, and it's not giving me the fire blight, and that's because of the heat guard. So heat guard's really valuable for this build. It's really changed how powerful we can build against Tempered Xenojiiva. Very important defensive skill. Maybe not for a speedrunner, but for most casual players, most average players, it's going to be a very important defensive skill. So there is his powered up state, and he can be knocked over pretty quickly, and he takes more damage too. You'll notice it's not the same as enragement, because if you watch on the right side of my screen, you'll actually see when he becomes enraged, because agitator will activate. It's kind of interesting. I hadn't tested that before because I didn't bring agitator before, so I just assumed his powered up state was his enraged state. Alright, temporal mantle is broken, and we are shooting down his face and just getting tons of damage out per shot. We're using our frost ammo, freeze ammo I should say, and I'm just kind of shooting once again down his head or around his elbows. Here's his ring attack. I'm not quite sure what it should be called. I think I failed to dodge it there. Yeah, I failed to dodge that. We're going to go ahead and eat a max potion, but you can see I actually survived that pretty easily, and a lot of that has to do with how much defense we have now between Rocksteady Mantle and also 2 procs of Fortify. It's just a lot of defense. We also have Vitality to rank 3, which is really important as well. Health boost, I should say. Yep, I'm just shooting him around his elbows. I like it when the bullet travels through one elbow and then through his chest right afterwards. We're probably going to get another knockdown on him soon. Oh, he's going to jump in the air. Oh, I hate that move. It's kind of hard to dodge that move, honestly. So I should probably stop and heal, but because I am lazy, I don't do that. But if you were playing at this point, you'd want to stop and heal. And precisely for that reason, because he hit me a second time, and that was almost it. Just about died there. Alright. Now we are back to full health. I have my max potions ready to go. I'm also able to quickly craft more max potions. I highly recommend you do that. To your radial menu, add crafting of max potions. What do we got now? We're trying to poison him a second time. This is one of those areas where, yes, you're losing some of your damage output compared to the Styx, because Styx has built-in spare shot, but you also have poison ammo level 2, and Tempered Xenojiiva, he takes a lot of damage from poison. It stays active for a very long time. So I feel like it probably, I don't know if it evens out, but it's probably not too large of a difference. You are getting guts, and I think that's more important in this case. Yeah, guts is, if you're really trying to survive and defeat this guy, guts is pretty important. You'll notice another thing, on the build, I don't actually have any Tempered Xenojiiva parts. That was intentional because I wanted the build to be realistic for somebody who's actually trying to defeat Tempered Xenojiiva, and they don't, of course, they don't have that armor. You know, it would be silly if I used Xenojiiva Gamma armor pieces. There's his forward beam attacks, very easy to punish that move. All you have to do is strafe and then turn and shoot him. And just like I was saying, the advantage of using a Light Bowgun, ooh, that hurt. Alright, I'm still alive. I gotta heal up after that. This is a bad position. There's max potion. We are good. Now he's gonna have trouble killing us. See, because Fortify makes it so that he has to 2-shot us in order to kill us. He really does. And you can see I just crafted 2 more max potions. Really valuable being able to do that. And we are back to using the fire ammo because he is no longer powered up. Other good things you can do when he's not powered up is you can take this as an opportunity to poison him. You could try to use all of your Wyvern Blast at this point. So when he's powered up is when you get most of your good damage out. He's busy shooting my Palico. It's kind of nice, right? For your Palico weapon, I have the Bond Ball, which is essentially pointless. If you wanted a different Palico weapon, you could maybe go with oh, I don't know, probably the Devil Joe weapon for your Palico, because you don't necessarily need help poisoning him. You've already got poison ammo level 2, which is incredibly effective. You could put the paralysis on him, but you also have paralysis ammo as well, so it's not like you need help with that either. Alright, so he just smacked me with this tail. You can see the big difference because he smacked us with... Ooh, this is a tricky position. We gotta run forward. You don't want to get hit by that beam. Alright, we're safe. Putting down my Wyvern Blast. But yeah, you know, your Palico doesn't really need to help you with either paralysis or poison. You could do either of those if you wanted to. So probably the Devil Joe weapon for your Palico. Alright, we're back to using the freeze ammo. And you just see the crazy amounts of damage we're dealing. Look, he's knocked over. Not surprised at all by that. Each shot, what do you think we're doing per shot? It's got to be like 150 damage. Assuming you get a good angle on him, it's got to be... It's probably more than that. It's probably more than that. It's almost looking like 200 shots. 200 damage per shot, sorry. Also, you'll notice on the radio menu, I am able to craft more of my important ammo types, like the fire ammo and the ice ammo. So be sure to do that. Be sure to add to your radio menu. You want to be able to craft max potions, fire ammo, ice ammo, maybe poison ammo, if you want to poison him a third time. And we're doing pretty good. It feels like there's probably not a lot left of this fight. If I had to guess, we probably have one more powered up state to fight, and then after that he should be about dead. We had a few close moments, I would say. We had one moment in particular where he brought us underneath the guts bar, if you want to call it that. And then he was pretty close to us as well. So we had one tricky moment that might require actual dodging, but we managed to heal up with the max potion pretty quickly. It's really not a bad run for my first try, since the last time I fought him. Alright, he's jumping up in the air. I hate that move. And once again, even though I'm not missing that much health, you should heal that up anyways. And that's because he tends to bring you down. If he gets you with a real solid move, it tends to do a lot of damage and bring you down to just a sliver of your health. Well, that means if you're already missing a sliver of your health, if he shoots you at that point, that is going to be a kill shot. I suppose in that case, Guts would save us at least. Alright, this is an easy move to punish as well. You just got to get past that beam and then you can shoot him in the arms. He's real slow. That move's really good. When you have a melee weapon, that's a really good move to punish. And he is all over the place. I was hoping he would walk on those Wyvern Blasts, but he didn't. Wyvern Blast is one of the most satisfying special ammo types in the game. If we had Wyvern Blast for the... did I say Wyvern Ammo earlier? I meant Wyvern Blast. If we had Wyvern Blast for the heavy bowguns, that would be amazing. I would love to see that. Alright. And he is facing us. We have the Temporal Mantle again, which means we're pretty close to invincible. He's gonna roar. Should have tried to roll that. You can craft ammo while you're stunned by a roar, by the way. Oof, he's got the tremors on us. Tremors are such a waste of time when you have the... Look at all this wasting of time. The tremors really waste your time when you have the Temporal Mantle active. So it really sucks. So I went tremor, and then roar, and then tremor. No, that was wind pressure right in the middle. So tremor, wind pressure, tremor. He's wasting all of my time with this Temporal Mantle. Worst case scenario when you're using Temporal Mantle. Alright, he's knocked down again. We're shooting down the length of his arms here. I think there's a really good position. So you don't have to shoot him in the head to get the most damage. You can shoot him at the thickest part of his body, and I think that's where his arms overlap. We just broke his right arm. He's got to be real close now. Such a terrific fight. Knocked over again. Just because we're getting so much damage out on him, you know what I mean? Really crazy amount of damage. Alright. How close is he? He's got to be real close. Oh, he's still in his powered up state. We got one more flip out of our Temporal Mantle. It's probably going to break now. Come on. Oh, he's going to smack us with the tail. Nope, he missed. And we knocked him over again. Very good. It's actually very satisfying when you knock him over like this real fast and you're just getting all this damage out on him. Very, very satisfying. And that is it. He is down. So you saw the whole fight. You could see there was about one point where it seemed like we were really in danger, but that's not bad considering the rest of the fight we pretty much just cheesed him. I mean, that's as close to a cheese as I can imagine. Well, that's the whole fight. I already showed you the build at the beginning of the video, so this is where I say goodbye to you. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.